Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be installing a new sink faucet in the kitchen. So this is just one of the standard left-right swivel sink faucets. Doesn't cover much ground when you're trying to hand wash dishes. Also the handle kind of leaks, so this desperately needs replacement. And I want a spray nozzle that I can actually move around in the sink. Now my sink doesn't have one of the slots here that I can install one of those handheld nozzles that's got a hose attached to it. So what I did is order one off of Amazon that has one of those hose nozzles attached to the end of it, so that you can take it out and spray your dishes, spray down the sink. It's got a lot of really good reviews, and I will include a link to that in the description of the video. So if you're interested in getting the same exact faucet that I'm installing, you can do that. It looks like it's pretty easy to install, and hopefully this makes it a little bit easier for you. One of the first things you're going to want to do is turn off the water valves, your hot and cold water valves, leading up to the faucet. And you're going to want to have a bucket ready when you do this for any leaks. Wow, I think it's closed. You might want to get a towel ready as well. Once you get those water valves turned off, you're going to want to come up to the faucet and just open it up. Make sure no water is coming out, get any pressure out that's still built up in there. If you don't see any water coming out, you're good. The next step is going to be disconnecting the hot and the cold water lines from the faucet. So you'll probably need a pair of pliers for this part, or vice grips, or something that you can get a good hold on the nut holding these on. So I did have to use some vice grips to grab that middle nut because the top screw just wasn't coming out. So if yours is really gunked up, go ahead and try that. One down. Surprisingly, there was almost no water that came out of that. Alright, now let's do the hot. So the hot line is a little more gummed up than the cold line, so I'm going to spray a little WD-40 on there. Let that soak in for a minute. Is that bad for you? I don't know. Someone let me know in the comments if that's bad to do, but I'm going to let that soak in for a minute. Hopefully that'll help to loosen her up. Okay, so now we got both of those water lines detached. We're gonna get into the bottom of the sink and start taking out those nuts attached to the bolts so that we can lift the faucet up. So the next thing we're gonna do is go under the faucet and unscrew these nuts from these bolts here. This might be a little difficult to get your tool in that space, but whatever you need to use, whether it's a ratchet or a wrench or whatever it is, all you really need to do is loosen it up a little bit, and you should be able to untighten it with your fingers at some point. Okay. Now we have both of those off. We should be able to lift the sink directly up. These copper pipes right here, these copper pipes can just bend. You can see it's already moving. Yeah, so you can just bend those copper pipes into place if you have copper pipes. So from here you should be able to just lift the faucet directly up and out. These pipes you might need to pinch, these copper pipes. Again, you might not have copper pipes, you might have some of the mesh pipes, but these just bend if you need them to. There it is. The old faucet draining a little bit of water out. And we are ready to install the new faucet. So this is the box that the new faucet came in. Wewe. Make life easy, make life different. Alright. This is a warranty card. Neat. Some instructions to help you move along with the process. We don't need those. I'm kidding. I always follow instructions. Most of the time. Anyway, wow. Okay, that's actually really nice packaging. I'm impressed for how cheap this was. So what do we got here? We got the main faucet assembly with the hoses attached. So this is going to be our hot and our cold hoses here. And then the black hose is what attaches to the nozzle that extends. Very cool. Deck plate. So this is what's going to cover up the area where all the grime is at. It's pretty nice. Just looks like a cable weight, probably to weigh down the nozzle hose so that it retracts back in. Simple solution. Just kind of gasket assembly. We'll figure out what that does soon, I'm sure. These are labeled spare parts. Wow, look at that. They actually labeled the spare parts. Button, screw, and Allen key for handle assembly. Screen mesh for sprayer head filter. Small washer for pull-out hose metal connector. Very cool. They give you some spare parts. And a couple adapters for your hose, for your hot and your cold hose, in case you have different sizes. So these adapters would be used right here. You would screw that into there if you've got a different size hose, which I might actually, so we might need those. That's everything. Okay, so we're going to feed our hose down through that middle hole there. That's how our deck plate will look. It's going to cover up those two other holes. We'll feed our hoses down through there. Wow, that's already beautiful. Okay. Let that lean how it is for now. So now we're going to go underneath and secure this faucet so that it's standing up, and then get the hoses situated, connect the water hoses, and that'll be it. Okay, so now that we've got our faucet and faucet hoses fed down through the hole, we're going to go underneath and we're going to secure that so that it sits flat using this nut. And then on top of that, we're going to have this metal washer, and then on top of that, we're going to have the rubber washer. Nut, metal washer, rubber washer. Cool. Okay, so now we're going to feed the hoses through the nut and the washers. The end of those in there. Feed the hose through just like that. All the way up. Okay, now once you got the washer at the top, you're just going to screw it in by hand. Now before you tighten it too much from the bottom, come up to the top and just make sure that this is sitting straight, and if you have holes on the left or the right hand side, that those are completely covered up. You don't want to be able to see the holes on either side if you have holes on both sides. Straighten that guy out. Looks good. And now once you've got it more in place, you can go back underneath and actually tighten up that nut the rest of the way. Next, we have to attach the weight that is going to pull the hose back down into the faucet once you're done using it. And you'll see on the hose attached to the nozzle, there's a spot labeled weight. All you do is just put that in the middle of the divot Close it up till it clicks. So now the weight's hanging from there, and that's what's going to pull the nozzle back down once you're done using it. So we're not actually done yet. I just got really excited after installing the weight. Watch this. That's beautiful. It's so satisfying. All right, let's move on to the next part. Now, we could take the new hoses and attach them to the end of the gray hose where we detached the old one from, but we don't really need this gray hose here. We can just detach this gray hose from the water valve itself, and that just gets rid of that extra little bit of hosing that the water doesn't really need to travel through. You can keep it there and attach it there, but I'm gonna get rid of it. Got it. Alright, both of those are removed. I don't know why that bag is stuck in there. Plastic bag storage area, you know how it goes. Okay, so now we can connect those new cables directly to the water lines. Alright, we're going to attach the cold line first. Just hand tighten them for now. Now we'll attach the hot. Alright, now that we got those hand tightened, we'll tighten them with pliers. The last thing we have to do is turn the water on. And again, you're going to want to have a bucket ready just in case there are any leaks. You're going to want to be able to collect that water. Here we go. Not seeing anything come out of the cold. Good sign. Ah. There's something coming out of the actual valve stem itself, but not where the connection to the hose is. That should stop in a second. I'm not seeing any leaks. Awesome. Let's test it out. Here we go, the moment of truth. Okay, oh, it's better. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, yep, I'm impressed. I love this faucet already. These might bother you if you don't really like the black plastic look on here, but I mean, they serve a vital purpose. I don't know why they went with black plastic when everything else is this nice stained, this nice like brushed metal finish, but they don't, they feel fine. I don't actually know what this does. Let's find out. Oh, what? What? It's a stop valve. Oh, I can't hear you. What were you saying? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yep, that's hot. That's hot. Oh, that's cold. That's really cold. Wow. Okay. Alright, I love this faucet. definitely highly recommend it for the price that you're paying for it compared to other faucets that are similar, do the same thing. If you care at all about the plastic buttons, that's up to you. They serve a purpose, they work great. They just don't match the nice brushed steel quite as well as some people would like for the aesthetic. I don't mind it at all. The hose works great. It pulls it back just great. It's a weight, so that's never gonna wear out. That's just always gonna have that same action. One thing to know about it is once you switch to the hard spray, if you turn the water off and turn it back on, it doesn't maintain that. So it'll never maintain that spray. You're always gonna have to turn that on when you need it, which is actually kind of nice because that's a really powerful spray. Actually, it's kind of splashing everywhere around the sink and a little bit out here. So worth noting that it's not going to maintain that setting if you want it to stay on spray. It defaults back to just the regular faucet. This button here stops the water flow. So you're washing dishes, you need to stop for a second to do something, you just press that button and start again. If you're spraying and you press it, it goes back to the regular water. Not too bad. I'm impressed. Wow. Okay, so overall, I love this faucet. It was a great value. It looks great. It functions great. Compared to other faucets that are really similar, that have the same functions, I can't see why you would ever get one of those over this. Again, there's the plastic buttons here. They serve a function. If you don't like the plastic, then maybe that doesn't work for you, but I don't mind it, and it worked great. I would definitely highly recommend this faucet if you're looking for some kind of spray nozzle that you can use for the sink and you don't have one of the little cutouts right there to put in a handle. I highly recommend this. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this was helpful for you if you were installing this faucet or another faucet. I hope that this made your installation a little bit easier. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Alright, take it easy. Catch you in the next one.